Hey there, Scouts. Me, it's Skin and Brand the Chinchilla. I wanted to record a quick video just for fun. So the way that it was described, I kind of liked it, and I was kind of confused by it because the way that it made it sound, it was like, oh, because it's called Doki Doki Literature Club. Free game on Steam. Looks good. It looks more like a storyline game, story-based game, which is what I like. Anything that's free, I'm like, let's get in on this because it's free. I don't have to pay a thing. But from what I saw, it's like you get into this literature club on like this school campus, and it's like, oh, you get to make friends or whatever. Maybe even like a possible like uh, dating sim, I guess. I don't know. But when I got past it, because the thing that really intrigued me was that in the tags it had a psychological horror, which is why you can see the warning down on the bottom of the game right now. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. So, I'm going to pass that warning on to you guys. So just take this warning as it is. So it also says here, individuals suffering from anxiety, depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit that website right there. I'm pretty confident I can get through this. I'm pretty confident it's going to be fine for me. I want to go into this completely blind as I can be, and just find out what happens. So, they obviously have the content warning and whatnot. Okay, you agree that you're at least 13 years of age and consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. So I agree, because I'm fine with this. I gotta turn on the audio a little bit. I like how the happy music and it's like I like how the music is just like happy and it's like this game is not suitable for children because it's gonna mess them up. I don't know. So yeah, seems interesting. We haven't saved anything, so I get to enter a name. I'm gonna enter in the name that I normally put for things like this, Brandon. Just it's a name that I like to choose. I'm gonna turn this down a little more. As always, they have the really nice apartment buildings and like clean streets and everything. Why is the sidewalk like so close together? I don't see that here. The sidewalk blocks are normally a lot bigger. I don't know why I'm talking about that. So I hear this voice, hey! Oh. Okay, I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance. That's a lovely way to just an annoying girl, get out of here. Waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Yep. We used to walk around school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I overslept again. I can't. I gotta just do voices, because whatever. If I get made fun of at school, who cares? I'm leaving soon. Because senior year. But I caught up to you this time. Oh, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Yeah, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Brandon. Yeah, I know it is. That's why I said it. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, sorry. Say sauce. I need help. I hate doing like sound effects like that, where it's like a laugh or like a sigh or something like that. I don't know. Just because it's so forced. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Brandon, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. YouTube videos and games. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Ouch. Okay. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? Now, I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming an... What? In a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? What is a NEET? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get like if only I could talk. I can't read and talk at the same time. I need to learn to do that. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to use her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Moving on into the classroom. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. Probably! Otherwise she's a stalker who's gonna murder you in the end. Maybe that's the twist. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. Man, where'd the teacher go? I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, No what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. I actually wanted to join literature club at my high school, which I could have, but whatever. I could join it. I think I could still join it, but not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. I'm getting lightheaded. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? That's the only reason I'd stop by, honestly. Yes, let's go! Okay, good, there's no music on this one. I was waiting for the music to stay there. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Ooh, fun. I dejectedly follow I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh. I glance around the room. I can't make girl voices. Come on. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always said nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Brandon, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. What? All words escape me in the situation. This club. Brandon, you loser. What are you looking at? I forget what voices I gave these people, honestly. If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then I should have whispered that then. Then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Honestly, that would be difficult. Having friends like that at like a high school, you just wonder, man, like, how do they do it? I wake up, I get out of bed, and I think of myself as like a relatively carefree person and like happy, and then I get to school and I'm just like dead to the world. I don't know if the bags in my eyes are gonna show, but I'm in need of sleep. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. I'm just gonna make her like what if like every single girl's voice is just like higher pitched as it goes along? It's great to see you again, Brandon. I'm just gonna use it as that. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Yeah, I think there are people in my classes who I've never talked to. We might even sit next to each other and I just have never talked to them. I'm not good at making friends. That's all I can say. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, generic. I'm sorry. That just popped into my mind. Basically, completely out of my league. This is still in the right frame, right? Okay, yeah, it is. I just had to check. Sorry. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica! Come sit down, Brandon. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Please do. I want cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened, so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Who's coming? Who's coming out of the closet, guys? Is it Brandon? Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh, whoa! What is that supposed to signify? Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Oh, okay. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! Oh, that's right, Monika's the high-pitched voice. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki! Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. It's the correct way to eat a cupcake, man. Why you gotta judge? I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Girl, calm down! Chill! I finally bite down. The icing is sweet, full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Yeah, I thought you technically did. Sayori said... Well, maybe. But not for you. Oh, but not for... You know, you, dummy. Chill. Take a step back. Take it down a couple notches. Just... slow down. Alright, alright. I give up on Natsatsa... I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers... Wait. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, I meant that, you know. Wait, was that me? I can't tell. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I like reading. Don't really like tea. Some types, but not really. I'm glad. I'm gonna forget the voices so many times. I give them like really generic voices. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... I'm not gonna join this club. Game's done. That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know... To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. Are there politics in major clubs? I keep like looking up in like every direction, or like I go like left, right. Actually, are there? At our clubs, there's like it's just that there's tons of people there, and it's difficult to really have any input in things. Bless you. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. That's what we tried to do this year. Me and a friend tried to start an archery club. Didn't happen. Sucks, because I would have loved to do that. I would have loved to be a vice president of that. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Say, yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted about the new idea of a new member joining. Yeah, when you get a club that has like no members in it, it's always nice to have a new member. To be honest. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Brandon, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, you see, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wanted to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. There's Heath bars over there. Like Heath wrappers. Why are they there? Interesting. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. I find my comfort in the world of... Whoops, my head's out of the frame, I just realized that. Of technology, and... Oh, it's been 24 minutes. Of technology, games, and all sorts of different art forms, like writing and video making. So I can relate to that part at least. Hopefully the, oh no, my audio is peaking out a little bit higher than the music. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, that's what I want. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just let this thing go on. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Hold on! Hold on! This line right here, I think, is going to play into foreshadowing for what's going to happen in the end of this, since there was apparently a very quick twist at the end. Don't know what's going to happen still. I'm still confused. I'm going in this blind. All I'm saying is that this is going to be one hell of a ride. Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. Same. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last... You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. That doesn't really make much sense. Okay, so I was reading that right, I just sounded wrong. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Because I can't write at all. What up, I'm Jared, I'm 19, and I never learned how to read.
What up, I'm Jared, I'm 19, and I never fucking learned how to read.
I should have named him Jared, that would have been so good. Missed opportunity. Okay, why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. Avert! You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. How poetic. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Take that as a no. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Ah, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay! Oh my god. I have an idea, everyone. Question mark? I don't know how you would say that. Why is it in quotations? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Brandon? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. I don't know how to read. What's that? I don't know how to read! Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club! Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. Why is that? Tell me. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. That's why. Brandon, you sad sack of sadness. I was gonna say something else, but... Kid friendly! Oh my gosh, okay. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Brandon... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. I could put a gun against my head and I'll be like... Here's my wallet. Whatever. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I get to pay, I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Brandon. You sad sack of sadness. I just realized I said sad twice, both times. Huh. Right. Okay, I decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Brandon, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Totally. Wait. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Brandon, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! I might save it here. Just stop the video here since we're at, what, like... Yeah, 30 minutes. Let's go stop right here. Anyway, Scots, that was the first part to Doki Doki Literature Club. Nothing strange happened, nothing crazy happened, but I think there's a little bit of foreshadowing going on. It's gonna happen. Just you wait. Anyways, I'll go ahead and see you next time. I'll see if I can get voices changed up for the characters, since honestly that was kind of bad. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. And as always, oh, that's right. If you have any other games that you want to see me play, go ahead and suggest them. I'm looking at a lot of free games lately, and I have found quite a few good ones, so I'll be playing those soon. I still have to finish up To the Moon as well. It's been, what, like 2 years since I started that. I seriously need to get better on that. But, point aside, be sure to subscribe to become part of the troupe, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.